I will obey. Just kidding. Thanks, Michael. Kirstie, from the moment that I met you, I knew you were someone special. It's hard to believe I've been lucky enough to be the one standing next to you on your wedding day. The experiences we have shared together have been some of my favourite times and memories. Whether we are in beautiful Fiji or hanging out at home with pugs, times with you are always filled with fun and laughter. Your laid-back attitude, your outgoing personality and compassionate ways, traits that I also admire in my mum and dad, make my decision today. Make my decision today the easiest of my life. I promise to always give you a kiss when you say smooch and lead into my face. I promise to try not to stitch you up with my terribly organised tax returns. I promise to give you more cuddles than Archie, occasionally. But easiest of all, I promise to love you. I'm so excited to see what the years ahead are going to bring for us. Love you more.
Matthew, I love you. The last 6 years of my life have been the best that I've had. Who knew a kiss at heyday would end up here? You are my perfect human. Thank you for embracing Lola and Archie as your own, despite meeting them in the midst of toilet trading at age 3. Although you are not a typical romantic, thank you for the little things that you do every day that make me feel loved. From preparing my toothbrush in the morning, giving me a big hug after a hard day at work, or delivering me a coffee to bed every Sunday morning, it doesn't go unnoticed. Let me get to my promises. I promise to occasionally return the favour and treat you to a pre-prepared toothpasted toothbrush. I promise to commit my life to being by your side through the good time and the bad, and I'll always be here for you as I know you will be for me. I am so excited that my life will be spent by your side and that all special moments from here on out will be with you. I love you.
And it's been an honor for me to be here today.
Crazy.
To officiate this marriage, and with the powers conferred upon me as marriage officer under the Marriage Act of Fiji, I, Usai Andrani Masi, duly pronounce you as husband and wife. Yes.
When you feel the cold, I'll be holding on, I won't let go. I'll be undercover like your weekend clothes. You can spin me around the bicycle spokes. Which side of your bed you sleeping on?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here, and I'm really thrilled to welcome you to the beautiful island of to the beautiful Lomi Bay, Marriott. Welcome, everybody. Now, I've been wondering if there's ever been two people that have been more suited to lose their wedding venue 5 weeks out. And wondering these two have been so chilled out, they've been stressing everybody else out. But I really think it's Kirstie that needs most of the credit to rebook, a wedding of 100 beautiful people in a foreign country 5 weeks out, because I'm not sure Matt's actually been told that this isn't Tokariki. Now, how beautiful was that ceremony? The clouds parted and the sun came out, and how beautiful. I think they but I think we really What I really wanted to do though, we're all here and we're all so happy to be here, but I wanted us all to give a very big and a very special and a very, very loud thank you to the beautiful people of the Marriott Moby Bay that have been our hosts for this evening, this whole week. This is for you. Naka. Now I know I've got some big shoes to fill. The guy who emceed the last Baker wedding fucking killed it. But you have to excuse me. I've been a bit distracted in the lead up to this wedding. It's taken a really, really long time and no small amount of heartache for me to get here. But I want you all to know that I've finally got my first hole-in-one. And my father-in-law was there to see it, which was really cool. So just wanted you all to know that. Now we sort of skipped the housekeeping. The bar's there, you all know that, you bloody drunks. The bathroom's over there, you've all eaten. There is a guest book. Most of you signed it while we were over at the ceremony. But over on the table here, most of you have been over there. There's the guest book and there's also a beautiful fingerprint tree. Can you please sign the beautiful book and do the fingerprint thing over there before you go? Now this is the last Peters wedding, we hope, and the undisputed favourite Baker child to bring us home. For the Smith family, the last wedding as well. Kirstie tells us she's also the favourite. One thing we know is that all of you beautiful and wonderful people are most definitely Matt and Kirstie's favourite people, and they are so happy to have you here. So a huge hand to all of you beautiful people for coming. Well done. Give it up for yourself. I believe 108 people were invited, 102 said yes. That's pretty incredible to make this incredible trek all the way over here. I can't have made those numbers up, but Kirstie's budget only accounted for 70% attendances, so just take it easy on the drinks. Now Kirstie's really proud to welcome you here with her mum Michelle, sisters Amy and Casey, their partners Jeff and Damo, and of course little Oliver. Matt just found out he's also stoked to welcome you here, along with Mum and Dad Sue and Pete, siblings Tim, Em, Sarah, partners Janai, Mick, Tristan. For future bookings, DM at T-Bone Town. And of course, little Lottie. From the youngest to the amazing effort of the oldest to make it here, can we all please acknowledge Matt's Nan and Pop, Joan and Frank Baker, and Nan Faye Peters for making it here. Incredible. Now, it's really important to welcome up the people that made this all possible. Can we welcome up Lottie's grandparents and Matt's mum and dad, Sue and Pete, and Oliver's nanny and Kirstie's mum, Michelle, up to the front, please. And if we can please just get things started a little bit more, because Michelle's going to go first and she's told me she's just a little bit nervous. So what we need, people, is we need you to get it up.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to thank Peter and Sue for letting me go first, because I thought after their speech I would be a fizzer. So I thought if I go first, I won't be a fizzer. But anyway, I've got a big voice and now all of a sudden I'm quiet, but it'll come. I just want to say how proud I am of Kirstie and Matt. And I just want to reiterate that thank you for everybody coming, because I know the commitment to come to a destination wedding. And as the photographer said, wherever he is, you've got 100 people coming. I couldn't hear right. We said yes. You got 100 people coming. I couldn't hear right. Then he realised we had 100 people coming. So thank you very much. And Kirstie, what can I say about Kirstie? Beautiful inside out. Matt's beautiful inside out. All I ever wished for my daughters was to grow up happy and meet partners who valued and treasured them. I've got two beautiful son-in-laws in Damien and Jeff. Whoop, whoop. And I thought I couldn't be so lucky with Kirstie, surely not, because as you all know, I'm divorced, so I didn't do too well in that department. But then Matt came along, and I knew it was serious, because here's going to be a little story. They were at a festival, and this is how I knew Kirstie liked Matt. She never mentioned any boys, not a one. She'd been single for a long time. She come home and she said to me, "Oh, we're at the festival," and Matt kissed a girl. I said, "Who's Matt?" And she said, "Oh, you know, Tammy and Matt's friend." And I said, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "Oh, I think you might like him after saying that." And she said, "Oh, no, we're just friends." But as a mother, I had an instinct. And here we are today. So I just wanted to say congratulations, Kirstie and Matt. I thought I was 2 for a win, but I've got the hat trick because Matt's a beaut.
Oh my God! And Michelle was right about following that. Following us. Now I'm nervous as hell. We can vouch for that. I'm pretty sure.
Shade throws.
So we'd like Michelle to stay with us for this. Yeah, thank you. So look, I'm Pete. My wife's Sue. We're Matt's very proud parents. And as Tristan said, we really want to welcome everyone to the last of our family weddings. And a huge thank you for everyone committing to making it to Fiji. It really is a huge commitment, and we really appreciate it so much. And riding out the last few weeks with us. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the changes, but really appreciate it. So similar to Tristan, my speech also mentioned Tokariki Island, but we did have to make a late change. But somehow, despite combining Fiji time, Baker time, we've arrived at Momi Bay, and I think you'll all agree it's just a brilliant location.
Moving the whole wedding and accommodations for 100 people was no easy feat. Thankfully, when the coconuts hit the fan, we had 2 amazing people getting behind it and getting it changed. Kirstie, you are the least bridezilla bride I have ever heard of. You just rolled with the punches. Everything will be Makuna. What is it? Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. That's the one. Yeah. Everything will be okay. And as luck would have it, where's Em? She's over there. Em had just gone on to maternity leave, and she just kicked into full speed and got behind it, and somehow the 2 of them created this amazing event.
And it was great timing because when M goes and tackles something like that, it happens real quick. So while the destination wedding in Fiji at first seemed a little bit random, we started thinking about how big a part Fiji has been for both families.
So my mum Faye, along with my dad, have always loved Fiji. They've travelled here a number of times, and they have fond memories of Fiji and its beautiful people.
And of course, my mum and dad, Joan and Frank, who have made the trip over to continue their fantastic memories of Fiji, and of course, no Baker wedding is complete without them. So we really appreciate that. And then we've got our new little Lottie, our definitely our new favourite. who is beginning to create her fantastic memories of Fiji at a very, very young age. So, but really, from my first trip here with Mum and Dad over 50 years ago, where much to Gus and my disgust, the Fijians complimented Mum and Dad on their 4 lovely daughters. To Dad ended up buying an island in Fiji, and I don't know how many years spoke about coming and doing Survivor on the island, on Dad's island on Fiji, and who they would vote off first and why they would vote them off, and to then our family visiting, all our kids visiting with the Maccas and the Linesies and the Smitties, when the kids were young, and then it becoming one of Matt and Kirstie's favourite holiday destinations more recently, when they vacationed here as well. So we want to thank you guys for bringing all of us back to Fiji.
Right. So, Maddie the Moocher, Tim, Em and Sarah have always said that you're the favourite child. And as Dad said, we only have one favourite, and that's Matt. We don't have any favourites, but it's only Matt. You were the easiest birth and the easiest child. Although Sarah will disagree with me, as she was poked constantly by your Matt, you never complain. You always went with the flow. One of the times that really stands out is we had been away for the day somewhere, and Dad wasn't there. I was driving, and we're in the car, and we're over near Mossman. We must have been to the zoo. And Tim said to me, Mum, I don't think I think Matt's sick. And I pulled over, turned around, there's Matt with his cheeks like that, full of vomit. And before I could open the door and let him out, Tim had gone. The vomit went everywhere. It was the first we knew of Matt being sick. Oh, thank you. Over to you.
He wasn't bluffing. I think we all agree Matt's a very good guy. Kind and accepting, a man of very few words, but takes a lot in. And the days, like Sue mentioned, about going to the zoo, and we'd be, Matt would say nothing all day. And then we get in the car and all the kids would fall asleep, and then Matt would start telling us like every detail about what he'd been through that day.
So we coined the phrase "the world according to Matt" to describe Matt's observations and insights. When he was 3 years old, we were having a pool dug at our first family home in Yowie Avenue in Caringbah. He called the Bobcat driver Bobcat. So he would sit there with his crib tin and watch Bobcat digging the pool and eat his lunch. Anyway, when Joan asked him how the pool was going, he said, "Pretty slow. That rock's fucking hard, you know."
And then a couple of years on, he a little bit older, and he's sitting in the car and he reads out aloud a sign that said "Open 7 days." And he then commented. He said, "How stupid is that sign?" He said, "How many days do you know it's already been open?" So from this cute little kid that the world according to Matt, as things started to go downhill, and he does hold the record for our family for the most arrests. And actually, a few of his cellmates are sitting at the table with him right here, right now. So no, to your bucket, no. Phil, Tim, yeah, congratulations, guys. Um, so put in handcuffs in New Jersey at about 12 years old. And so to marching chain gang style to court in Jackson Hole. Yeah, it was not looking too good for Matt. Yeah. So we were so happy when Matt started seeing someone, and even happier when we got to know that someone. So one of the first times we got to see Kirstie's, I guess, impact or influence on Matt, and was when Matt was in hospital, and he just received some tough news, and he was down, and Kirstie, the new girlfriend, walked in, and it was like this shining beacon. She changed the whole demeanour of that room that day.
Michelle, we'd like to thank you for your amazing daughter, and I can't tell you how much admiration we have for you for raising 3 beautiful daughters single-handedly. You're an amazing woman.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it's easy to see. It's easy to see where Kirstie gets her positivity and her beautiful sunny nature.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. So, and it really is, that positivity just comes through you to Kirstie and on to everyone else. So we love it. So we, Sue and I, are very proud to welcome our 4th daughter into the family tonight, into the Baker clan. So thank you. Yeah, we really do think the world of both Matt and Kirstie. They're really special people. We literally know that you guys can take on and deal with whatever comes up. So good luck on the journey of life. Love you both. Cheers to the bride and groom.
I'm glad I went first. That's all I can say.
Everybody, let's hear it for Sue, Pete, and Michelle. That's something I just wanted to try, guys. That was awesome. How good is that? Let's. I just want to bring the vibe up a little bit, and we're just gonna get everyone up and about. Okay, I'm gonna do this thing. When I say "May me, you so bay," mow me, mow me, mow me, mow me, bay. It was all right. It was all right. I tried. Anyway, it was fun. It sort of got me going to start with. The next 2 people, guys, we're going to welcome up. Would have had one of the great couple monikers of all time. Can we get up to the stage, Tim and Tam? Now, Tammy's going to go first. She's had her speech written well in advance, whereas Tim wrote his this morning. So, everybody, the maid of honour, Tammy.
I might just leave this here. I don't know how I'm going to follow that, to be honest.
Can I just say one thing quickly? Sure. As I was about to get up here, I was drinking water and I spilled some on my crotch. But I didn't wet myself. I just want to make that abundantly clear to everyone in the audience. Thank you.
And now that everyone's thinking about Tim's crotch, I'll go into my speech. So, hi everyone. For those that don't know me, my name is Tammy. I am the maid of honour, and I'm lucky enough to have Kirstie as my best friend. Firstly, I would like to set the record straight to everyone here. Yes, it is true. I'm basically the reason we're all here because I single-handedly-ish played a very significant role in getting these two together. You guys are welcome, by the way. I've had the privilege of knowing both the bride and groom individually before they became the amazing couple you see before you. So let's start with the groom, Matt, or as I fondly call him, Baker. From our days at Tiggs, I discovered that beneath his laid-back, surfer dude exterior lies a heart of gold. One of the kindest people out there, a true legend. Kirstie, as she aptly describes it, captures it perfectly when she always says, "He is just so bloody lovely." I wish I could say my first impression of Kirstie was the same. Our journey began on my 19th birthday in the reception of BLG when Kirstie walked through those doors all fresh-faced, ready to start her career in accounting, which, as Matt says, must be her dream job because she's so good at it. I thought, this girl seems really nice. She could even be a great friend. Until there was a mix-up later that day with my birthday cake. Somehow, it no longer said happy birthday, it said welcome to BLG Kirstie. Great start. Despite that, I knew Kirstie wasn't just a colleague. She was destined to be a lifelong friend, albeit one who does occasionally lead us into unpredictable situations. Our friendship blossomed through festivals, gym challenges that were never completed, and some unforgettable travels, including an exhilarating trip to the Greek islands, where Kirstie's not so good ATV driving skills really tested my trust. There's nothing quite like staring down the barrel of oncoming traffic, sitting stationary, then seeing your life flash before your eyes to really cement a friendship. We were the ultimate dynamic duo, fiercely independent. From moving a 4-bedroom house worth of furniture in one day with just us, a trolley and a hire truck, to sacrificing a relaxing public holiday to manually rip up what felt like 1,000 carpet nails. No challenge was too great. Two things I love about Kirstie is her unpredictability and the fact that she doesn't take herself too seriously. For example, one day, she'll make a solid life decision, like grow her investment portfolio and tell everybody about it. Then the next day, she'll instead impulse buy a motorbike. Only ride it 5 times and then decide to sell it. Another example would be the day before meeting me in Santorini, after just telling me how organized she was to make a very early flight the next day, to then telling me she decided to pull an all-nighter with her Kentucky crew in Amsterdam, then get a tattoo of "It Ain't Me" in Czech on her ribcage, inspired by her favorite song of the month by Selena Gomez, an artist she has never listened to. From what I hear, the all-nighter was amazing, but the 8-hour wait at the airport and the $1,500 she spent on a replacement flight probably was not. All her spontaneity aside, Kirstie has been nothing short of an amazing friend. She has helped me weather some pretty big storms over the years and has always been the calm needed during and after. Her relaxed nature complements my sometimes chaotic mind perfectly. She's the one I go to for every high and every low. Safe to say I don't know where I'd be without her. Which brings me to the happy couple. That fateful St. Paddy's Day night in 2017 when Kirstie and I met our Matts. I remember thinking when I saw Matt and Kirstie start chatting, these two people are amazing individually. They would be perfect together. I should tell them. Which I did, on multiple occasions, both individually and together, over and over and over again. You guys remember that, right? For a year, yeah. Now, I'm not normally one to toot my own horn, but I was right. All they needed was a gentle nudge, and they were off. From their first date at Moon Sushi, their adventures together snowboarding, traveling Europe and South America, and everything in between, safe to say these two are forever. So, to the original Maddie B, thank you for loving, supporting, and embracing everything that is Kirstie. I'm definitely biased, but you are a very lucky man. And don't forget the added perks, free tax returns for life. To K-Dog, thanks for listening to my matchmaking advice. You married an absolute legend. I'm forever grateful for your unwavering love, friendship, and support, and I'm very excited to see where this next chapter takes you. Now, as customary in my family, I only have one other thing to do. Can everyone raise their glass, please? To Matt and Kirstie, may the best of your individual pasts be the worst of your combined future. Cheers.
That was beautiful. Bula! That was real loud. Sorry, I didn't check the volume. Timotelo. As is customary in such occasions, but very true tonight, I just want to say, Kirstie, you're looking absolutely gorgeous. Tammy, Amy and Casey, where are Amy and Casey? Tammy, you look absolutely beautiful as a maid of honor. And I know it's not customary to make wedding hashtags based on the names of the best man and the maid of honor. But if it was, as Tristan said, I think hashtag Team Tim Tam or hashtag Tim Tam Tiki Time would have been pretty decent hashtags. But I'm not here tonight to share about the great ways that Tammy and my name can be combined to make catchy and amusing hashtags. I'm here to share a little about Maddie and Kirstie Baker. Bit of hush, please. Growing up with Maddie as a little brother was a little bit like growing up with a little koala in the family. He didn't talk much for the first 15 years or so. And you'd be standing next to him and he'd just kind of lean on you and cuddle into you and sometimes poke you in the ribs and say, poke. which was actually really annoying. Every now and then he would come up with these great one-liners, like Mum and Dad spoke about. For example, once he saw a sign that said garage sale, and he said, "That's stupid. Why would anyone want to sell their garage?" So Maddie and I started hanging out heaps more when we moved to America as a family. And we had to band together to survive the rough streets of Westfield, New Jersey. We skated the streets of New Jersey and taught the Westfield locals about hooning, which for the Fijians here, hooning is an Australian custom that involves drunken teenagers walking around the street and doing silly things. We suffered misunderstanding and prejudice from the locals. For example, at one point when we were skating along with our long blonde hair, someone yelled out from their car window, "Go back to California, you sluts." And yes, at one point we did end up in jail, together with them, innocent victims of an unjust social system. Now, whether through this extreme adversity or just through the adventure and fun of hanging out and skating together, Maddie and I became closer as friends. Back in Australia, we surfed Macaulay's together and enjoyed the occasional trip to the snow, where we would shred the gnar with our snowboarding gang, the Pow Pow Boys, many of whom are here tonight. Our friendship continued to grow, and over the years we have spent more and more time together as we've continued to grow older and wiser and better looking. I want to share tonight just a few words that I think really characterize Matt. All of them start with a G, so it should be pretty easy to remember. ChatGTP is good like that. You just say, make it with alliteration, and yep, easy. The first of these words is genuine. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that Matt is someone that you just feel 100% comfortable to just be yourself around. And that's because he's comfortable being himself. It doesn't mean he doesn't have insecurities, but he's just open and honest about what those insecurities are. Like last night when he got up and started a speech by saying, "I suck at public speaking," which then allows all of us to let our guard down and say, okay, awesome, I can just be myself when I'm with Matt. Second word is generous. As you guys know, Matty is an electrician with his own business, What Made Electrical. Yeah, What Made Electrical, woo, boolah! So in an industry that is often known for overquoting jobs, Matt is probably the most underquoting electrician on the market. Maybe the Illawarra market, maybe the New South Wales market. If Matt gets called to a job to screw in a light bulb for a lovely old lady and she decides to pay him in 50-cent coins, you better believe that Matt's going to happily accept those coins. I couldn't remember the exact story, but there was something like that. Whilst this can be taken advantage of, for example, by the Indian community of the Illawarra who love a bargain and have passed Matt's number to all of their friends and family, it is a beautiful and rare trait in our money-driven society to put people, even strangers, above profit. But Matt is not just generous with his money. He's also generous with his time and even his space. Matt and Kirstie were generous enough to have Janai and I come and live with them for 1.5 years, which was a massive blessing for us. They shared their kitchen, their lounge room. Kirstie shared her Thermomix creations, the 2 or 3 times that she took it out of the cupboard. And after moving out, in all honesty, we missed getting to see Matt and Kirstie on a daily basis. And the third word is gentle. Anyone that knows Matt knows that he has a beautiful gentleness to him. Don't get me wrong, he's a masculine dude. He knows how to use power tools. And he even beat M in a couple of fights when we were growing up. But what I mean by gentleness is that he doesn't use his strengths as things to be used in competition against others. Rather, he uses his strengths to include others and to help others and to build others up. This gentleness, as well as Matt's genuineness and generosity, are reasons that we all feel so at peace when we're in Matt's presence. And Kirstie, since you guys have been together, I've just seen Matt become more and more himself. Everything that Matt said about you in the vows today is true. And for all of these reasons and more, we are so delighted to have you and the rest of the Smith family becoming a part of our family. Michelle? Where's Michelle? Yeah. Nice. Michelle, we have loved getting to know you over hilarious dinners where our cheeks hurt from laughing, and we can't wait for more. Casey and Damien, it's been so good to get to know you guys a bit. And Amy and Jeff, Amy and Jeff? Yeah. We're really looking forward to spend more time with you guys and with Oliver and all the extended family as well. Where's the extended family? Yeah. Look at this. Oliver's going for a swim, I think. That's great. So, yeah, I want to finish off with a proverb that came to mind as I was writing this speech. In the book of Proverbs, there's a line that says, "A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother." For me, Matt, the really special thing about our relationship is that we're more than brothers. We're friends. I'm so thankful to God to have you in my life. To have you in my life and to get to walk with you and navigate life through all its twists and turns. I'm so proud of you, bro, and it's such a privilege to be with you here tonight. Vanaka.
How good was that? When you're ready, guys.
Tim and Tammy, everybody.
But before we do that, we're going to hear from
And of course, the other beautiful bridesmaids, Amy and
Matt
Casey.
is going to speak
and the other
on
beautiful
behalf of the
groomsmen.
beautiful couple for the
Fuck
first
it,
and
Phil.
last time ever in his life.
Everybody, the groom,
Matt Baker.
I actually don't know what it is, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Dessert over there.
I don't know.
When
Here.
you're ready, guys.
I feel like he is
before we
just-
do that,
I don't know,
we're going to
it's
hear
just
from
like-
one more person. Matt
guys.
is going to speak on behalf of the
What about
beautiful
you?
couple for the first and last time ever in his life.
Everybody, the groom,
Matt Baker.
A roaming speech. All right. Bloody hell. Okay. All right. Who do we have here? All right, let's start over here, eh? Nan and Pop. And Nan. It is just like the best thing ever that you guys were able to make it over here. And we honestly wouldn't have it any other way. It is like just so amazing. Yeah, there's not really much I can say. I love you guys so much, and it really wouldn't have been like the wedding it was without you guys. Sorry. I would also like to thank Mum and Dad and Michelle as well so much for helping us with the wedding and everything. Like, again, we wouldn't be here without you guys. It's so awesome. Yeah, and I'm completely winging this right now. So if I start rambling, somebody tell me. As as Michelle would say, this is 100% going to be a fizzer. Yeah, I'd like to thank. I would love to thank M&T as well. Yeah, yeah, without you guys, obviously T's been the MC for tonight, and he's put a lot of effort into it. It's awesome. M has been absolutely hounding the Fijians. We started off at Tokariki, and yeah, things went downhill. They said, no, you can't come here anymore. And M fought like crazy to get us to this resort, which is awesome. So good. Yeah.
One maybe the cuisines. That's enough. Whatever.
Yeah, also, as Tristan said, like the beautiful staff, everyone's been so nice, like, yeah, throughout the whole hotel. But yeah, everyone here tonight, we'd like to really thank you. And of course, everyone for coming, like me and Kirstie, as Tim said in his song, that we could have 100% got married down Osty Beach. And we did talk about it many, many times about how we would have a low-key wedding, and it's turned into this, which is quite the opposite, I would say. But, you know, we're here and it's awesome, and we really appreciate everyone being here. And to my beautiful wife.
No, I'm not saying anything. That's it. Done.
No, to my beautiful wife. To my beautiful wife.
To me. Oh.
Who is now going to give a speech? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
Actually, no, sorry. I gotta say.
More.
Michelle, I'm so happy to be in the family now, officially.
I didn't welcome you because you got welcomed 6 years ago. So
I really appreciate it. All right, and now to Kirstie. I love you so much, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Thank you. Back to Tristan.